This is Your Money, Your Call.
Good evening and welcome to Your Money, Your Call. I'm Chris Gray. Now, joining us on our panel of experts tonight is Jane Slack-Smith. Welcome to the show. Jane, from your perspective and really, I guess, ultimately the bank's perspective, when it comes to lending, obviously people say property is a great investment, which we all agree, but there's good and there's bad. How much do the banks worry about what area? Like, could you pick a suburb and the bank says, well, look, we're not going to lend on that suburb whatsoever, or maybe even 50% but in particular?
The bank looks at it from a position of risk. So really, when you're looking at capital cities which have strong population growth and drivers of population, there's not so much a risk compared from one suburb to another. However, if you look at areas that are regional and obviously lower population, then that does become an issue. So they may actually stay away from some regional areas that have a population of maybe 20,000 people, because as you can imagine, there's not that many houses traded and not many people who want to buy in that area. So the bank looks at it from a risk point of view. If you default on your loan, who's going to buy the property if they have to sell it?
Is there also potentially a risk if they're kind of 50 or 100 grand houses as well, potentially?
Absolutely. And if you look in areas, potentially, let's say Sydney for instance, and you look in the western suburbs, predominantly when you have something like the GFC, western suburbs, they go down quicker and they take longer to come back with growth. So banks actually look at that and they determine, I guess, what kind of risk associated with it. But really, if you have an underlying property that has good opportunities for people to want to buy it, say a house for instance, rather than a one-bedroom unit that's in the outskirts of town, then you're looking at opportunity for banks to say, yes, we will lend to it.